dress in a slightly bigger size and own it because it's so great.
Isn't this cute? Well, this is my second time on the show.
Yes.
The first time on the show, I went out and bought a fancy dress for you.
Yeah, this is not me. This is
No,
cute.
this was $42 on the internet.
Yes.
Ever since weed became legal, I dress like a psychic in Santa Fe going through a divorce. My new look.
I love you. You're pulling it off.
It's kind of cute, right?
I love
Ventilated.
it. The horses. I love it. Hey, you go on the road quite a bit. Do you ever visit any national parks?
You know what? I don't because I don't exercise.
Yeah.
Because I hurt myself. I rolled my ankle at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and everyone was like, "You're not allowed to do anything active anymore. My health insurance is just not good enough." Yeah.
So do you like being on the road? Do you like traveling?
love touring. I love touring, but I'm terrible at logistics. I'm bad at math. Like, we're artists, and then we're expected...
Do you need to be good at math?
Well, I have to sometimes post on social media where I'm going, and I mess up the dates. Like, I'm going to Miami, right, and I'm posting, like, 22 cities, and I'm like, I can't wait to come to Miami, can't wait to come to Miami.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, we can't find the tickets. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I find out I'm going to Miami, Oklahoma.
There's a Miami, Oklahoma?
First of all, it's pronounced Miami. It's not Miami, it's Miami. National Parks guy, do you know what I'm talking about?
National Parks guy.
Do you know what I mean? It's called Miami, Oklahoma. And I was like, okay, I'm going to Miami, right? But in the email, they kept writing Miami, okay.
Oh, like, okay.
And I'm like, okay, book it.
Yeah.
And then it's okay as Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, so I can't be trusted to like do my own
be trusted.
schedule. But I am gonna go to Miami, Florida at some point. I love going. You perform in Miami. I mean, it's the best. They party.
Are a fun audience.
They party.
Like, it doesn't matter how much you suck. They're still like drunk and just having such a good time.
It's such a good time.
Yeah.
Well, they don't need you to be there.
Yeah.
So Miami, a lot of times people want to come and film shows now, and with stand-up it's a little tricky because you're like, I don't want this to go on YouTube before I shoot a special. And there were these girls that were filming during the show, and I didn't want them to post it and someone to take it down. And so I was like, you know what, girls, can you maybe stop filming? We can take pictures together at the end. And they looked at me going, oh, we're not filming you. We're filming ourselves.
Well, thanks for paying attention. That drives me nuts sometimes. And I don't care if people film wherever, but it's just like, can we just be present?
No.
Like, in the moment? Is it okay for you to put it down? Nothing will happen. Well, I don't know, in this day and age, politically, something might happen. I don't know what will happen. But it's just, I don't know, people are crazy. But what do people say to you, like fans? You have groupies, you tour.
I feel very lucky because I do stand-up. I share a lot of, like, sort of my personal stuff. I do podcasts, so a lot of people know a lot about me. So people feel very comfortable coming up to me in public and, like, sharing intimate details about themselves because I've done it. And people will just come up to me in airports and they'll be like, I have 2 kids and I like one better than the other one.
Oh,
and then they'll just walk off.
And I like one better than the other
one. I had one woman tell me.
You don't say that.
But I think
think that.
Because I share so much intimate stuff about my life, I think people feel like they should share it with me. One woman was like, sometimes I hide in my car down the street so I don't have to see my kids.
You know what? Okay, that one I understand. That's what I get.
She's like, I pretend I'm running errands and I just hide in my car. I'm like, that's kind of a life hack.
I'm like, oh, mommy's gonna go to the bathroom. Like 40 minutes later, I have not been in the bathroom.
Just napping on the toilet.
I just wanted to lay down. So I did not know this the last time you were here, but I heard that you have done an impression of me.
I can't believe I'm even telling you this. When I first moved
I want to hear it.
I don't want to tell you this. Remember the show MADtv?
Yes.
When I first moved to Los Angeles, I auditioned for MADtv, and I don't do characters, I don't do impressions, but I loved your music video for Since You've Been Gone.
Me too.
Where you were just like freaking out for 3 minutes.
I got to break things all day and got paid for it. Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna do an impression of Kelly Clarkson, and I went in the audition room and I just like started throwing stuff around and smashing stuff and like screaming and going nuts, and I did not get the job.
Shocking.
I just took a bunch of Adderall and just went crazy, basically. And looking back now, you know when you look back at things you did in your early 20s, and I can't believe they didn't call the police.
Yeah. Are you any better at auditions now?
No. Not great at auditions. I start getting sweaty. Like I get too anxious at auditions.
Oh,
you know?
You're so great though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I agree.
But I agree. I'm amazing. So. When you go on the road, do you take anything, because I do you take anything special on the road?
When I'm on the road, I'm not a game on the road. I pack, I bring my own microphone on the road.
Your own microphone.
I bring a microphone with me, so I'm not sharing like a microphone with 300 road comics. So that I'm not getting some weird, nasty, you know.
I never thought about that.
You gotta bring your own mic.
I do that at like radio shows, and all the artists get up there. I have to share a mic. That's disgusting.
Oh yeah, there's like old lipstick on it, and just nasty chin, beard.
I have my people take care of me, and I don't have their mic. Okay, that's gross. But do you take anything else?
But you do have to be careful in the airport when a microphone goes through TSA. A lot of times they don't know it's a microphone. So you really have to stop and be like, this does not vibrate. It's not battery on. That is a microphone, I swear.
Yeah, you're like, but if it did vibrate.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they make that product, I'm not gonna freak out.
Yeah, that's your problem.
Yeah, it's called Shark Tank, by the way.
Mark Cuban, listen. So I hear you love Nashville. You love stopping in Nashville.
I'm obsessed with Nashville. I'm going to be on Nashville on the tour.
Yeah.
I love going to Nashville because of the vintage stores.
Yeah.
They have the best vintage shopping. But I think I might stop doing it because last time I went, I got this like awesome denim jacket. It had all these like patches on it and pins, and I wore it all the time on Instagram. Like I have a horse, and I ride my horse in this jacket, and I loved it so much. And I got this DM one day from this guy who was like, "Hey, my ex got mad at me and sold a bunch of my stuff to a vintage store." I think
First of all, that's awesome.
I know.
How have I not thought of that? That is amazing. You're trashing their stuff plus making profits.
Totally. This woman is an entrepreneur and she sounds awesome. And so he's like, "Can I have it back?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess." So I sent it back to him.
Did you tell him for this amount of money?
I know.
I bought it. Yeah, sorry, she's a turd, but yeah.
So that, and then the other thing about going to the South is I'm still trying to figure out like what everything means, and you can probably help me with the Southern colloquialisms.
Yes.
What does "bless your heart" mean? Does it means you're stupid?
Well,
right?
There's like, it depends on the tone and who you're saying it to.
Okay, so when I go to the South, they'll ask me where I'm from, and I'm like, "I live in LA," and they're like,
Bless
your heart.
Yeah. Yep. Or it's like,
what does that mean?
It's not a compliment sometimes. It's a Southerner's way of being shady.
Yes.
Yeah. But doesn't it sound nice? It's like British people cursing you out.
That's
it's
so
nice.
true.
It's like, it's rude, but I like it. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I learned the hard way that when a woman in the South says she's fixing to pitch a fit.
I'm fixing to pitch a fit.
Get out of there.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah. And grab anything that belongs to you, because she'll sell it too. A Southern woman, she's smart.
And then also, is tea sweet already?
No.
If you want tea that's sweet, you just say, "I'd like some tea."
Well.
But what if you don't want sweet tea?
No,
Bless my
I've
heart.
always been, bless your heart. You know what though? I'm different. Like, I don't really do sweet tea anymore.
Okay.
I just fell in love with hot tea.
Okay.
All my Southern friends just disowned me, but I'm for that.
I was gonna say,
it's fine.
She's gone full Hollywood.
Yes, exactly. Let's go LA with my tea. So you have thoughts on Valentine's Day here?
Well, yes, Valentine's Day is coming up very soon.
Yes.
And I feel like every year guys screw it up.
Looking at you.
Not the park guy. So I have some ideas for guys that are watching the show that want some advice. So where am I looking? Who am I going? Oh, I'm gonna look into here. The guy up there. I'm looking at you, sir. If you're buying a...
No one warned you. No one warned you. All of a sudden, my band just really want to be a part, so just start playing.
Oh my God. Oh God, okay.
We were playing music under your PSA.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Woo, I'm sweating. Look, I'm sweating now. Look.
You are. Oh, you can't see I'm black. It's black.
Okay, advice for the guys. You ready? Goatee in the back? You ready?
Goatee.
All right. If you're buying ladies a gift for Valentine's Day, get a gift card. I know, it's impersonal. Get a gift card. I promise you. I promise you it will be less of a fight than buying something in the wrong size. Also, if you are buying something for your girlfriend of 2 or more years and decide to buy her jewelry that's not an engagement ring, I suggest you give her that jewelry box wearing a helmet. Because you're about to get concussed, sir.
That's amazing.
Godspeed.
See? Thank you. Thank you,
Good luck.
Whitney. Thank you for that PSA. The best part was like, 2 years, wear a helmet because she's going to beat you over the head.
When guys after 2 years are like, here's a necklace. Out of here.
Out of here. Yeah.
Out of here.
You take that jewelry and shove it. Bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
I will not stop talking until you subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's right, and I can talk a lot. Seriously, not gonna stop. Yep, still here, not going anywhere. I see you. Don't walk away from this.